start this whole like BuzzFeed tested video idea, and I'm pretty sure she's the first one to start this.
Bruh.
We're gonna try and make brownies, BuzzFeed Tasties brownies to be precise. So I have another main video, but I haven't edited it yet, and it's a cooking video, and it's how to make the crave cake.
Me.
Oh, we have sipped in the salt. I'm done.
Aw, they look good. Good job, guys.
So I picked two that seemed, mostly it's just because
I think I've seen this one before.
For future ones that you want me to test out, leave them in the comments section.
I like her a lot. If I remember correctly.
Hopefully it's success. I mentioned that another YouTuber named David has also been doing a lot of these, and he has a ton of them, which I didn't know about, so I was checking a lot of those out, and they were really good too. So go and check him out. I will put his information in the info bar for you guys. And yeah.
You're so nice. That's so nice. Thank you, Rachel.
Hey guys, welcome to Does This Work? I'm Jeanette from Rachel's Culinary Team, and I'm here to help you test out all those trendy recipes we see on the internet to find out if they really work.
Come look. Come here. This is literally
Today's episode of Does This Work?
Rachel Ray's,
Frizz.
like, YouTube channel.
Hey guys, welcome to Does This Work? I'm Jeanette from Rachel's Culinary Team, and I'm here to help you test out all those trendy recipes
You're telling me
on
her
the internet to find out if
culinary producer is doing these now too?
Today we are tackling a recipe
And of course,
seen on the internet
a video I've done already.
so long, I can't
Look!
believe you gave me the song.
You can even see, you literally see my thumbnail right there. Damn, Rachel Ray knows who I am. What?
I promise you're not gonna be mad.
This is taking a very odd turn. I don't know what.
Oh, I might have done something without you knowing.
This is not scripted in any way. What are you saying?
Back in June, I kind of wrote to Rachel Ray, thinking about maybe surprising you with a show invite or something, and I filled out a page that said, "Tell me your story," and I told them all about you because I thought I could surprise you, and I gave them your link and told them to look at your channel.
You literally gave Rachel Ray the idea to make a YouTube show.
That wasn't my intention.
Damn it! That's hilarious, actually.
Well, I asked them if they could give you like maybe a shout out and take a look at your channel, and maybe
No,
you could even come to
I
the
know.
show.
It's like a nice thought. It's business, I guess. They don't give a crap.
Surprise!
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have like an email or anything you sent?
Yeah, I have the.
Really?
Well, they sent me a thank you for your submission.
Yeah, you literally got a return email from them. So you emailed them. This was supposed to be like a fake setup skit for like me checking out the state of BuzzFeed tests on YouTube and just shouting some people out. And I come to find out, my mom gave the idea to Rachel's culinary team.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Screw Rachel Ray.
I thought.
Listen, it could be a coincidence. They could have just had the idea a month after you emailed them when they do a recipe I did
July
a year
2
ago
months.
and then showed my thumbnail in the video.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
Alright.
Wow.
Epic fail on mom's part.
This was a change of events, huh? But what is going on, my peeps, and welcome back to another David Seymour BuzzFeed test. This week we're doing something that I haven't done in a while, that nobody else has copied yet. A Versus episode. If any of you guys have been around for a while, you might remember these. This is also the reason I didn't put up an Instagram poll this week, if you were wondering. But today I'm gonna be putting up Delicious Chicken Caprese Lasagna versus Tasty's Chicken Alfredo Lasagna. Very similar, but there are some distinct differences. Either way, I'm excited to be giving both of these a try today, so let's get right into it. Now, first up to the podium today is our good old friend Tasty and their Chicken Alfredo Lasagna. This has been around forever, and what you're gonna need to make it is some chicken breasts and mozzarella cheese, a box of lasagna pasta and garlic powder, some vegetable oil, salt and pepper, heavy cream, grated Parmesan cheese, an onion, some garlic, some fresh parsley, and some bacon to top it all off. And before we're able to stack this all together, we have to do my favorite thing in the world. Notice the sarcasm there. The prep work. I started by grating up my block of mozzarella cheese. It says you need 2 cups. I'm just gonna do 2 of these blocks just to make sure I have enough. You can never have too much cheese, especially when your doctor tells you you're lactose intolerant and you shouldn't be eating it. I also grabbed some fresh parsley leaves and gave that a rough chop. And of course, some fresh garlic and onion. I'm sure you guys aren't tired of watching me mince garlic and chop onion yet, right? I've only done it over 100 times now. But like I said, I'm gonna need 3 cloves of minced garlic and then about a half of a medium-sized yellow onion, and I made sure to cut that pretty fine as well. I also want to get the bacon out of the way just because that's gonna take a bit of time and make a bit of a mess, so I grabbed my pound of bacon, I cut the strips in half so they'd cook a little bit easier, and I laid a bunch down in my heavy-bottomed pan. I got these nice and crispy. These will crumble a little bit easier, plus who doesn't like crispy bacon? Come on now. Especially in comparison to that bacon-wrapped meatloaf where it was pretty much borderline still raw in my opinion. And now that my neighborhood smells like a bacon factory, we can begin on the chicken. I grabbed a few chicken breasts. I tried to slice them evenly through the middle without slicing off the first 3 layers of skin on my hand. And to all you that go crazy whenever I cook chicken, I washed these this time. There's always a constant debate in my head of if you should or shouldn't wash it. Apparently it's easier to spread the germs around your kitchen when you do wash them, and it's not necessary. Well, you guys tell me it is, so I did it this time. In my cast iron skillet, I heated up a little bit of vegetable oil first, and then threw down 3 pieces of chicken at a time. With this, you're not trying to cook the chicken all the way through. That'll happen in the oven. You just want a minute or 2 on both sides to get a nice sear and a nice brown color. Apparently, if you cook these all the way through at this step, they're at risk of becoming a little bit dry in the oven, almost as dry as Rachel Ray's dry, unoriginal frizz jokes.
Today's episode of Does This Work is brought to you by Frizz.
That was boring. You're not funny and nobody likes you.
But moving right along, in the same cast iron, I first threw down my garlic and onion. I allowed that a minute to brown up and become translucent before adding in 2 cups of heavy cream. Now about 2 or 3 minutes later, when this comes to a simmer, you can add in your Parmesan cheese and your fresh parsley. Mix that until it's all incorporated, allow it to come back to a simmer, and then take it off the heat because that's pretty much done. The very last thing I had to do was boil some lasagna noodles. I threw a box into some boiling salted water, unlike Rachel Ray's unsalted water. I can't wait till all the salt comments come in. I am salty, alright? This is Rachel Ray we're talking about. Anyways, let's begin to stack our lasagna. First, a layer of our Alfredo sauce at the bottom, and then some of our cooked lasagna on the top. I had to trim these up a little bit so they'd fit perfectly in this pan. And then from that point on, I pretty much copied the video in the layers that they put down. The only thing was I had to slice the chicken in half again. I didn't have enough, and this chicken was kind of thick for a lasagna, I thought, so I sliced them in half. I was able to get 2 layers of chicken, as well as the bacon, the mozzarella cheese, the parsley of course. All this stuff is smelling and looking delicious. Once I had all my layers complete, I popped it in a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. I also broiled this for a minute or 2 to get that cheese nice and browned. And this is looking delicious. I cut myself a little piece, but I had to put it to the side while I prepared recipe number 2. Up next on the chopping block today is delicious chicken caprese lasagna. There was a lot of controversy in the comments of this video because it's very oddly constructed, it's out of the ordinary, but it looks good. I grabbed some more chicken breasts and some more mozzarella cheese, some more lasagna and ricotta cheese, some shredded Parmesan and butter, olive oil, whole milk, salt and pepper, a little bit of flour, some balsamic vinegar, some balsamic glaze, garlic, 1 egg, some Roma tomatoes, and you need some basil. I'm just learning about this now, and I don't feel like going to the store, so I might just have to sneak into my friend's backyard where she has a bit of a garden. As long as you guys won't tell, I won't tell. It's just a few basil leaves. Shout out to my friend Lindsay and her mother Phyllis for growing this for me. Love both of you. And we can begin. I'm not going to show you all the prep work. It's pretty much the same as last time. The only difference this time is I had to chop up some of these Roma tomatoes. I tried to slice them pretty thin. I only ended up using 3 of these in the end instead of 4. We're also going to prepare this chicken a little bit differently. Instead of making those butterfly cuts, you want to chop it into some bite-sized pieces. Honestly, if I was making a lasagna with chicken, I'd probably parboil it and then shred it. But neither one of these recipes does that, so I will not either today. Now once again, I grabbed my cast iron skillet. I first threw down some olive oil and then my chicken. You want a really hard sear on the outside of this by the looks of the video, so this took about 7 or 8 minutes to get there. And a few minutes later, I tossed in some balsamic vinegar and some more of that minced garlic. This smells great, but I think my pan was way too hot, so it thickened that balsamic up instantly and my fire alarm started going off. So yeah, be careful of the smoke if you make this. We also have to make a quick cheese sauce. I don't really know the purpose of this. It's got mozzarella cheese, but it's made from a roux. It's like a mac and cheese sauce. I don't really know, but I started with some butter and some flour in the pan, and I gave it a minute to brown up. The balsamic that was stuck in this pan already browned it, but we'll just go with it. I added 2.5 cups of whole milk, allowed that to come to a simmer, and then added in a bunch of mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. This made the sauce very thick and stringy, but after simmering for a few minutes, it kind of thinned out, all that cheese melted, and this actually smells really good. I took it off the heat while I prepared the very last component of this, which is the ricotta cheese. About 15 ounces of that, 1 egg, some salt and pepper. You want to mix it up. And believe it or not, it's pretty much time to layer this all together as well. First, a layer of that cheese sauce at the bottom, some more lasagna noodles that I had to cut again, some of that ricotta mixture, and then these nesty tomatoes. I was almost gonna take them out, but I know you guys would have got mad, so they're still in. Then just a layer of our balsamic glazed chicken and some of our freshly purchased, not illegally stolen basil. And once I had a layer of mozzarella cheese covering everything, some editing magic could get us another second layer of everything you just saw, and we're pretty much ready to bake. Another difference in this recipe is the temperature of the oven. 375 for the same amount of time, 25 minutes. I broiled this one as well to give the top a bit of color. And this one's looking just as good, guys. I finished it off with some of that balsamic glaze that I showed you, and some more basil leaves. This smells incredible, so I got myself a piece. And finally, it is time to try both of these. Now obviously it's been a couple hours since I made this one, because that's how long it took to make the second one, but I reheated it and it looks just as good. I like the fact that I used the same sized pan, so there's the same amount of pasta and chicken just about in each one. I'm trying to get a little piece of everything here. Oh man, this is so good. I think the bacon just takes it over the top. I also love how thin I ended up cutting the chicken. I think it works perfect in a lasagna form. Wow, that's good. If I had to rate that right now, it'd probably get close to a 10. I can't think of anything I'd change. I don't know how close to a lasagna it is. There's no ricotta cheese or bechamel sauce, but it's so delicious. Okay, for the challenger, the lesser known Delish. They have a lot of good recipes, so I'm pretty confident about this. The chicken looks really good. That's not what I was expecting at all. The chicken is so good. What? This is delicious too. It's just a pile of cheese, chicken, lasagna noodles. How can you complain? The balsamic glaze on top gives it a whole other element too. The only thing that would put this over the top So yeah, if it wasn't for these rancid tomatoes in here, this would be the easy winner. But it's really close. I might have to give these a draw. I don't think I've ever done that, but I like this chicken better. It's got a different flavor and it's really good. But this bacon in here takes that over the top. But then the tomatoes in here aren't the best. I can't decide. I think they're both just evenly good. But I do hope you guys enjoyed today's Versus episode. It's been so long since we've done one of these. If you did, leave me a big like. Follow me over on Twitter, Instagram. You know, if you got a couple extra seconds, maybe hop over to Rachel Ray's video and let her know your opinions. I don't feel bad about this happening this time either. The last time you guys armied up and attacked somebody, it was another YouTuber. I felt really bad. I did not want that to happen. This time, go ham. I don't care. This is a big celebrity, a big company. Do your thing. Other than that, though, have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you right back here next time for another BuzzFeed test. Peace! Damn, Rachel Ray.